everyone, welcome to another online session. So today we are going to start a new chapter. Okay, so before I pull into the chapter, I'd like to conduct a small warm-up session for you. Okay, so are you ready for it, children? Yeah, so let's pitch in now for the warm-up session. I'll show you some pictures now. You need to identify what these picture represents. So when you see this picture, what comes into your mind is something like soft balls, right, which is grown in some plants. You might have seen this picture already, maybe in your 6th standard science book. Okay, so what is this actually? It is nothing but cotton, right? So what is the spelling of cotton? COTTON. So you just have to fill in. Okay. Is this picture familiar to you? I hope so. This might be familiar to you because in 6th standard again you might have seen this plant. Yeah, it is also something related to making some bags, right? Cloth bags. Okay, I'll give you a hint now. J dash T dash. So what it will be? Which plant it will be? Yes, guys, you can guess it correctly. So it is nothing but jute. So what is the spelling of jute? Jute. Fantastic. Okay, let's see another picture now. What is this actually? It's looking very softy, right? Very soft cloth, very shiny cloth. You might have seen, right, in your home also. Many will be wearing, this type of cloth. So what does this picture represent? Absolutely, you're right. So this picture represents silk. So what is the spelling of silk? SILK. Okay, sorry. Here there is one more extra fill up is there. It's wrong actually. It is nothing but SILK. This is not required. Okay, so directly you just fill I here. So SILK, silk. Okay, so let's move on to the new chapter. So you might have guessed it correctly. This is nothing but fiber to fabric. So in 6th standard also you might have learned this same chapter, fiber to fabric. Okay, so its continuation you are going to learn in 7th standard. Okay, so let's begin now. So today's learning objective is very simple. So in this module we are going to learn about animal fibers. Absolutely, you might have already learned about plant fibers and animal fibers, but in 6th standard you have learned only about the different types of plant fibers which is available and different types of fibers which is obtained from animals. But in 7th standard specifically we are going to learn about animal fibers alone and how the fabrics are obtained from animals. Okay, so the process of manufacturing the fabrics from the animal fibers, that we are going to learn. But today we are going to learn only about introduction of animal fibers and also the different types of animals that yield wool. Okay, so that we are going to discuss in detail. So let's begin the class now. So in the introductory part, as I already told you, class 6 you have learned about some fibers which is obtained from plants, and you also learned that wool and silk fibers are obtained from animals. So basically you have learned only about the different types of fibers which is available. Now from where wool is obtained? Wool is obtained from fleece. Fleece is nothing but the hair which is present in their body. Okay, so the fleece of sheep or yak. What is a sheep? Sheep is a normal sheep which you see, everywhere. Yak is also a breed of sheep which will be taller and gigantic when compared to a normal sheep. Okay, it is only available in certain parts of the world, not everywhere. So that particular breed which is there, it is available only in particular parts of the world, not everywhere. Okay, so silk fibers comes from cocoons of the silk moth. This also you might have learned in your 6th standard. That is when you were learning about the life cycle of butterfly. Okay, that in detail we are going to learn this year. So, but actually silk fibers comes from the cocoons of the silkworm or silk moth. So, do you know which part of the sheep's body yield fiber? Is it legs part, or is it head part, or is it full body part? Yeah, let's learn about it now. So are you aware how these fibers are converted into the woolen yarn that we buy from the market to knit sweaters? Okay, so are you aware about how these fibers are converted into fine fabric of sweaters, which keeps you very very hot during winter, right? So sweaters and all, how we do, how, from where we get, okay, from which part of animal we get, all that we are going to have, or we are going to find out the answers of all these questions in this chapter. And do you have any idea how silk fibers are made into silk, which is woven into saris? Okay, so all these questions about silk processing, about processing of wool, okay, so all these answers we are going to get from this chapter very clearly. Okay, so shall we proceed, children, now? Yeah. So animal fibers, that is wool and silk mainly. Okay, it's widely used everywhere. So first we are going to learn about wool. What is wool actually? Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak, and some other animals as well. Some other animals indicate can be camels also. Okay. Now, these wool yielding animals bear hair on their body. So this is very very important point. Animals which have long hair, okay, which bear more hair in their body, from those animals only we can get wool. Okay, for example, you can see here it's a very beautiful sheep, okay, where what is there, okay, long hair is present, right? Similarly, now there is a question which comes to your mind. Do you know why these animals have a thick coat of hair? The reason is very simple. Okay, sheep, goats, and all don't wear sweaters. So funny. Actually, hair traps a lot of hair. Okay, so the hair, long hair, thick hair, which is present in their body, it helps them, okay, to keep them warm, because air is a poor conductor of heat. So what does hair does? So it helps them to keep animals warm. Okay, so when more amount of hair is present in their body, there will be, okay, less minute pores will be there, so air will go and sit over there, so it will not allow, those thick hairs will not allow the air transfer to the outside. So as a result, what will happen, it helps their body to keep themselves warm. So wool is actually derived from these hairy fibers only. So this hair is very very important, right? From this only we will get lot of wool, which helps us to make sweaters for us, right? Okay. Now let's do a quick activity. What you do is simple activity for you. Feel the hair on your body and arms and those on your head. Okay, in your arms also the hair will be there, right? So you can touch that hair also, and you can touch on your head also, and you can feel, okay, the hair which is present on your head. So do you find any difference? Which one seems coarse and which one is soft? What is coarse actually? Coarse is nothing but like twisted form, bent form, or twisted form. Okay. So which one you feel will be coarse form, and which one you feel very soft? Absolutely, the hair which is present on your head, it can be woven into different shapes, because it's large amount of hair will be grown on your head, like how in sheep's body, okay, large amount of hair grown. Okay, the same way in our head we grow a lot of hair, right? Nowadays, many youngsters, they used to do a lot of styling using their hair which is present on their head. So that's the reason why it is very thick. The hair which is present on your head will be thick, and it will be coarse as well in different shapes. But whereas the hairs which is present on your body will be very soft. Okay. Now, how does it link to the sheep? Here, like us, like human beings, the hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers that form its fleece. So one is the coarse bird hair, like how in we have bird in different shapes. The same way for them also in their body, there will be either coarse bird hair. It will be like different. shapes, okay, twinkling in different shapes. And the second one, the fine soft underhair close to the skin, and inside the skin, close to the skin, there will be fine soft hair, like how in our skin soft hair is present, the same way for them also it's there. Now, which hair helps you to do, I mean to prepare the fiber, that is wool. So that process can be done by using something called as selective breeding. Actually, the fine hair which is present, they help us to make fine wool. Okay, so the fine hair which is present close to the skin, that hair only we pick, and it is helpful for obtaining good quality wool. So some breeds of sheep possess only fine underhair. So there are some sheeps, okay, some breed, okay, which grow only fine underhair. So what they do is their parents are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft underhair. So what they do is the people who used to manufacture wool, they collect large heaps of, okay, sheep, okay, herd of sheeps, and they don't mix all the sheeps together. What they do is they check the mate, okay, they select the mate in such a way that the sheep which is having, or mate is nothing but partner, okay, in such a way that the sheep which is having fine soft hair, another sheep which is also having fine soft hair, they used to breed separately. Their parents, they for mating, they used to breed separately, so that the other sheep which is being born to them, that should also have what, soft underhair. So this process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft underhair in sheep, is termed as selective breeding. See, for us also, like human beings also, the characteristics of their parents will automatically come to the son. Maybe sometimes nose will be similar to that of your mom, okay, or face will be similar to that of your dad, okay, something which will be resembling to your breed, to your family, right? The same way here also, the same technique we will apply, okay, by selectively selecting the parents of sheep which have soft fine hair, okay, underhair. So due to that, the family of that particular sheep will also have what, soft underhair, and which will be easy for us to do rearing, okay, to get wool. So what are the animals that yield wool? This is very important. So several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of the country, okay. So you can see here there is a list of different breeds, common breeds which we use for getting different quality of wool and in which state they are found, okay, all that is mentioned in this tabular column. So there is a sheep called Lohi. Lohi is the name of a sheep breed. So it is helpful for getting good quality wool. They usually, you can see them in Rajasthan, and you can find them in Rajasthan and Punjab region. Similarly, Rampur Busher, they are helpful to make brown fleece, brown color wool. So they are available in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. Similarly, Nali is what we call it as carpet. It helps to make carpet. So they are found in Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Bakarwal is another type of breed. So it is helpful for making shawls, which you can find them in Jammu and Kashmir area. Marwadi is another shape or another type of breed, which helps you to make coarse type of wool, and you can find them in Gujarat. Similarly, Patanwadi, it is helpful to make Sairi type of wool, and it is also available in Gujarat. So like this, these are some of the famous selective breed of sheep which is available in our India in different parts of the state. Okay. So now we will learn more in depth about what are all the animals that yield wool. Okay.
Obtained from both plants and animals. Some familiar plant sources of fiber are cotton, jute, and linen. Some well-known animal sources of fiber are sheep, goat, camel, alpaca, and llama. If we treat insects as different from animals, then the silkworm can be classified as an insect source of fiber. In this lesson, we learn about an animal fiber, namely the wool, in detail. objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to list the characteristics of wool, describe sheep wool, list the animals that yield wool, describe the process of obtaining wool from sheep, explain the processing of fibers into wool. Wool is a protein fiber. It is crimped and elastic. Crimp makes wool bulky and helps it retain heat. Wool absorbs moisture and sound because it is hollow. Wool is normally creamy white in color, but it can also be black, brown, or silver in color. Wool is hypoallergenic. In other words, it causes fewer allergies in human beings. The main source of wool is sheep. The wool-yielding animal bears a thick coat of hair on its body. The hair traps a lot of air. Since air is a poor conductor of heat, the hair keeps the animal warm and dry, allowing it to live in cold and harsh climates. The hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers: the coarse beard hair and the fine soft hair close to the skin. The fine hair provides the fibers for making woolen clothes, and coarse hair provides wool for making carpets. Some animals other than the sheep also produce wool. They are yak. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora goat. It is found in hilly regions such as Jammu and Kashmir. The wool obtained from it is called Angora wool. Kashmiri goat. The wool obtained from it is very soft and is used in weaving fine shawls. These shawls are popular as pashmina shawls in India. Camel. The fur on the body of a camel is also used as wool. Llama and alpaca. They are found in South America and they yield wool.
Okay, so you might have seen whatever we saw in the tabular column, those animals, pictures you can see here, and also where they are available. Okay, so you might have got an idea on that different breeds of sheep or goat we use to obtain wool. Okay,
From
so with this, there is one more activity is available. So here, what you need to do is, it is like a homework for you. Okay, so collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool. Stick them in your scrapbook. In case if you don't have pictures, if you are unable to get pictures, try and draw them from the ones given in this book. So what you do is you collect some pictures of animals. In case if you don't get, you cut the pictures which is already given in your book. Okay, or you can draw them in a separate notebook. Find out words for sheep, goat, camel, and yak in your local language. Local language means your regional language, that is Tamil, and also in other languages of our country. So you can find out what do we call to sheep, goat, camel, and all in different languages that you need to write the names of it. Okay. So with this, I'll conclude today's session. So before we conclude, we would just like to give a quick recap of what you have learned today. So today we have learned that wool is obtained from fleece, that is hair of sheep or yak, and wool comes from either sheep or goat or yak and some other animals. And we also learned about this term selective breeding. So what is selective breeding? Process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offspring, such as soft under hair and all is termed as selective breeding. And there is assessment for you to test your knowledge. So here the questions are in your screen. You must be familiar with the following nursery rhymes. Baba black sheep, have you any wool, right? Another nursery rhyme, Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was as white as snow. Now, with this, there is a question for you. Which part of the black sheep have wool? Which body part of the black sheep have wool? You need to tell me. Okay. And what is meant by the white fleece of the lamb? What is the meaning of white fleece which is present in the lamb? that you try to answer. Now there is a home fun for you. This is also very interesting activity for you. Procure outline map of India and the world. So both you can collect and find out and mark the places on the map where you find animals that provide wool. Like as I gave you the list, right? In Rajasthan, one breed of wool is there. Yak is present in Jammu and Kashmir. So like that, in that particular places, you need to write the name of the animal. So use different colors to denote the location for different wool yielding animal. So for different locations, you can write it in different colors and then write the name of the breed of sheep. Okay. So with this, I'll conclude today's session. So till we meet next time, take care, children, and stay safe. Okay.